Hey friends! I had so many ideas of what I wanted to film today, but I couldn't bring myself to prepare for it. I mean, this is technically over-caffeinated, but also just stream of consciousness, late night thoughts. Late night thoughts. That's what I could call this. And honestly, everything that's been on my mind for the last few days, today specifically, has been the shitstorm that has been the news lately. Already last week was what? Because of the missiles that were launched, and already I was feeling shitty because of YouTube Restrict Gate, and some dude was forcibly pulled out of his seat on a United flight. What? It was crazy. It's how is anybody supposed to watch the news and feel happy? It's kind of impossible. I tried to film a video last week in my car, but for some reason the audio on my phone got all weird, and it was mainly talking about restricted mode and the huge drop in advertisers and demonetization and all that shit. There was a lot of conspiracies on what happened and why things were happening in YouTube, and it's clearly not why YouTube has been telling us, because YouTube is not very good at being transparent with its audience and its consumer base, and it doesn't tell people when they're doing something. We already know that, right? And I found out about the mass demonetization, and I checked some of my videos. Some of them had been demonetized. They have since been remonetized. There was one where I was talking about my illness, my chronic inflammation immune disease that got demonetized, and I'm why? This is stupid. A couple of videos, one when I talked about the huge Sam Pepper scandal, and then one when the Steubenville rape case was happening, and those have been demonetized and they are now no longer eligible to be remonetized, which is concerning, but whatever. I can understand where YouTube is coming from in that aspect. Advertisers don't want to put their money in certain places. Without advertisers, YouTube has no money, and without money, YouTube doesn't exist. However, without content creators, YouTube also doesn't exist, which is why this whole YouTube TV thing is a little bit scary, because it seems like they're kind of phasing out the idea of YouTube being its kind of own thing. It's if YouTube TV is going to be something, we're going to be secondary to networks. Is that kind of scary? Part of me is excited about it and part of me is scared, because it's the point is that we're not TV. Getting a little more riled up here. I should put my coffee down. I checked my videos in restricted mode, and anything that had anything to do with alcohol in the title, or if I made any sort of slightly racy thing in the text in the title, got restricted, which I'm I sometimes use swear words and things, and I'm I don't give a shit. I curse all the time. That's how I talk. I'm not going to censor myself because I want people to watch my videos who are technically under 18, when it's really easy to register for YouTube and actually fake your age. I'm not saying you should, but it's really easy to. It's what most people my age did. It's we said we were 18, but we weren't actually 18. But while I've been very, very slightly affected by all of this, there's a lot of people that I know, a lot of my friends have been affected because of mass restrictions of anything having to do with LGBTQ videos. What? Whoever thought that was a good idea needs to lose their job right now, because that's fucked up. And I've been trying to give YouTube the benefit of the doubt, but they're a huge corporation and we've given them the benefit of the doubt way too many times. It's shitty and they need to own up to it. But on the flip side, changing courses slightly, the one good thing that I see coming out of this, you get channels like the one that ripped my video and harassed me to the point where I made a video private and I reported them multiple times. You get channels like that losing their entire livelihood because they should. They're hate mongers. They shouldn't be getting money for it. Advertisers' money should not be going towards people who spread hate speech and to people who actively harass and bully people. And you see a lot of those channels getting affected negatively, and that's a good thing. Like, that's a great thing, because so much of YouTube lately has been so negative and so focused on like calling out other people and like drama. It's gotten to the point where people can get harassed so harshly that if a person has any sort of self-doubt or is at all depressed or having any sort of negative thoughts about themselves, I've been watching 13 Reasons Why, so like it's in my brain. I'm not one of those people. I'm not somebody who has those thoughts, but if I was, stuff like that can be incredibly harmful to people. These channels losing their money is a good thing, and I think that is a good thing that is coming out of this huge clusterfuck that YouTube has created for itself, because it is a clusterfuck. Like, it really is a clusterfuck. That's what's been on my mind lately, and I've wanted to talk about it, but I haven't been able to articulate what I wanted to say. It's like my Totoro sweatshirt. If you're somebody who makes videos and you haven't checked your own channel in restricted mode, or you haven't checked your own videos for stuff that's been demonetized, I highly recommend that you do, because I had a bunch of videos that had been demonetized like months ago, and I realized why, and I was like, okay, fine, whatever. But then like these new ones got demonetized and are no longer eligible. Like, I can't even click the button to like click review. Check out your like videos to see if anything has been demonetized, because it was eye-opening. Just weird that that video got demonetized. I'm like, what? This is stupid. This is dumb. YouTube, you're being dumb. Go home, YouTube, you're drunk. Like, instead of fixing their problems, they've just made ways for people to like band-aid it. So like the subscription boxes, they're broken. So they give you bells to get notifications so that you can actually see the videos that you want to see, which you shouldn't have to do that. You should just get the videos that you are subscribed to in your subscription box. That should be a thing. People shouldn't get their channels broken up into like rating systems without being told that's happening. YouTube, if you're gonna do something, like if you're gonna do something that drastic, just tell us, please. That's when you can get the benefit of the doubt. But when you like ignore something, push something under the rug, or give some like lame ass excuse why, we're done giving you the benefit of the doubt. And I've seen so many videos of people talking about this and like bringing it to light, and it makes me so happy that like YouTubers in general like are not just taking shit. People like Philip DeFranco, like I respect the fuck out of him, because he's somebody that has made it on YouTube without relying on YouTube. Like, he gets sponsors, he does things outside of the YouTube sphere to maintain a living for himself and for a team of people. Granted, SourceFed got canceled, which still recovering from. Still weird not seeing Candace and Steven and Mike and Ava in my subscription boxes on a daily basis, but although I have been seeing Steven's videos in my subscription boxes on a daily basis just from his own channel, because he's been uploading almost every single day for like 2 weeks. Like, what? But YouTube is going through a growth spurt, and I think this is the biggest one that we've seen in a very long time. Like, I think this is the biggest change that YouTube, and the biggest clusterfuck that YouTube has endured since the Google Plus thing, since they like made people get Google Plus accounts to have YouTube and stuff. Since that happened, very weird. I don't like it. I want to know your thoughts, because my thoughts are entirely stream of consciousness, because it's fucking 12:30 in the morning. But I wanted to film a video because I liked how my hair looked today, and I'm wearing this like bomb ass lipstick. It's a mixture of like a Bite Beauty kale and then the Urban Decay top coat thing and like Circuit. I think that's what it's called. It's the green one. It's the green sparkly one. I like these so far. Definitely transfers, but the lipstick underneath it is like super emollient, so haven't tried it on the top of all kinds of lipsticks yet, but I'm very curious to know what your thoughts are, because it's kind of been what's on my mind. Like, everything's pretty shitty. I've gotten too old for this shit. As far as song of the day goes, Doing It to Death by The Kills. And honestly, it's like new music is the only thing like keeping me sane right now, because it's like everything else sucks. I'm like, how am I not looking forward to anything in the spring? I have my 10-year reunion and I'm pissed about it. Like, that's where my mind's been, and that's why I've been slightly missing in action lately. And also because my computer has gotten like ridiculously slow. It takes hours to render anything, which is annoying as fuck, but whatever. I do have a beauty skincare video coming up though, but that is going to happen when I get something in the mail, because I just ordered some stuff from The Ordinary. So if you have tried those products, let me know, because I ordered some stuff the other day and I'm excited to try them. So that's coming up when I get them in the mail. And then a tutorial is going to happen soon. I will do some sort of collaboration with my boyfriend, I promise. It's not going to be what you all think it is, but it will be something. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. That would be lovely. And if you want to check out another video I made recently, click over here. That would be great as well. And if you have already subscribed, click the little bell down below so you can get my videos and your notifications, because YouTube is a consistent clusterfuck and can't fix the subscription boxes. So they need to give us bells for you to get notifications. I get notifications now thinking that I have a comment, but I'm like, nah, this person's just live. I'm like, I don't want to watch live streams all the time. I get too many notifications now.